Let's have a good episode, huh? Huh, team? Team of one? Oh, it's very lonely. Guys, don't sniffle. Don't do it. People are gonna think you're doing drugs. Welcome back. On today's episode, we're making ceviche. Let's get cooking.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
Okay guys, ceviche. It's one of those things you see on a menu item, you get it as an appetizer, everybody loves it, but people think it's hard to make or for whatever reason that only restaurants can do it. No, not at all. Ceviche is so easy to make. You don't have to cook anything. The key to ceviche, you need very fresh fish. Very, very high quality, good, fresh fish. Here I have these beautiful scallops here. That's perfect. You can use shrimp, like a sushi grade tuna, sushi grade salmon. You can kind of have fun with it. The same method is going to apply all the way through. Aside from your seafood of choice, what you're going to need is an acid. This is going to do the curing. So I have here 3 limes, and I have a lemon, and I have some mandarin oranges, a little bit of a navel orange, or this is actually sumo orange. That's just gonna be for flavoring, but the key is to have that strong acid. To tell if it's strong acid, put it on your tongue, ooh, no. To tell if the acid's strong, it's if it makes your lips pucker. So if you take a bite of lime, you're gonna go, or a lemon. In orange, it's not gonna pucker. So orange on its own is not gonna be enough to cure it. Okay, to get started, first things first, we have to cut up our scallops. If you're not using small bay scallops, you're gonna have to do this too. Or if you're using shrimp and they're big shrimp, just cut it down into smaller pieces. And again, you want really, really fresh fish. So you should smell your fish, whatever you're using. It shouldn't smell fishy at all. It should smell like salt water. It should smell like the ocean, maybe seaweed. That's all that you should have. It should have a firm texture. It shouldn't be soggy when you poke into it. When you cook over fire, what do? You cook off all the bacteria through heat. So any parasites, anything that might be nasty in there is gonna get cooked off. In this case, that's not gonna happen. So you still have that risk of if it's not the freshest ingredient, oh shit, the parasites, they're not gonna go away. Little lime juice, lemon juice, not gonna fucking kill the parasites. So that's why you need fresh fish. Don't be scared, don't run away being like, oh, I don't wanna make this because, no, if you have fresh fish, no worries, doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna cut these just, little small, bite-sized pieces. So now, how does it work? How does curing work? How does cooking through acid work? We're not gonna get too scientific because it's gonna go over my head and I'm gonna sound like a jackass. When you cook a fish over heat, what happens? First, like I said, those parasites get cooked off, but you're denaturing the protein. So what happens is that protein, that chemical bond starts to unfold. Well, that same thing happens with acid. The acid's gonna react with that protein, it's gonna break it apart, it's gonna unfold it the same way it would if you're cooking over heat. What also happens when you're cooking with heat is if you have any fat melts away, fat renders out. That doesn't happen with acid, so that's why you don't want to use a fatty fish because that fat's not gonna melt away. You can still eat it, but it's gonna be a weird mouthfeel. It's not the texture that you're going for. And you'll see once we put this in the juice, in the acid, it'll start to change color as if it was being cooked. You can overcook. If you leave it in there too long, the protein will get too broken up and the texture is gonna be all off, and you don't wanna do that. So don't let it sit for more than 2 hours. Okay, so we have our scallops now all cut up. I'm just gonna whack those into a bowl. Do a quick wash up here. Jalapeno, I'm just gonna go very thin little rounds. We can just go really, I like this like whole look that it gives off. Alrighty, I'm leaving all the seeds in too. I like the heat. If you're not too keen with spice, take the seeds out, no problem. It's about the juice of 3 limes. You're looking for like enough just to coat this. So depending on how much fish you're using, you're gonna change. And to get the most juice out of a lime, grab a fork, grab a knife, take the back of it, stick it on top, and just rick-rock back and forth. Get all that juice out. Beautiful. And now that lemon. All right, and now orange is just for some flavor. It's like the end of orange season. Really, like the end of winter is your best time. Look at that though, look at that color. You're still gonna get some good oranges right now. But yeah, the mid to end winter in California, that's when you get the best oranges. You can still get some good ones right now, and look at that. That's gonna add just a nice summery note. Boom, and then why not? I have these beautiful, look at this. I have these nice little cute mandarin oranges still on the stems. Just pop one of those in there, a little sweeter. Oh, and the color on that too, look at the color. Now give this all a toss. And it's okay if you're like, oh, that's like very liquidy. That's fine, we're gonna drain it off at the end. It's just getting in there to cook. And you can already tell, look, you can already see that it's changing colors. It's beginning to denature those proteins, beginning to cure. The onion and the cilantro, I'm gonna hold off till the end. I like the bite of the onion in there. I don't want it to be too tampered with that acid. A little plastic wrap is gonna go on top. This is gonna go in the fridge. Probably gonna be 40 minutes to an hour. Ceviche is really something you should eat right away. As soon as it's ready, eat it all because it doesn't keep well. It'll keep for like 2 days. If you have to keep it, if you have for some reason can't eat it all, drain off all the acid, put it in a container, and then the next day you can squeeze some lime and lemon over it when you want to serve it, but really you should eat it all at once. This goes in the fridge. We will be back, and look at that. That's what you're looking for, beautiful. See how the color has changed completely? See how it's now opaque? It's a beautiful thing. It's science. That's science right there, ladies and gentlemen. Science in action. So now we can go in. I have half a red onion that I've just finely diced. That can go right on top. And then a bunch of cilantro, about half a bushel, half a head, half a bunch of cilantro goes in. And if you're one of those genetic mutants that Cilantro tastes like soap. I feel so bad for you. That's a shame. Cilantro is so good. It's a natural palate cleanser, freshens the breath. And I have some mint here. I love to use mint any chance I get. A little bit of freshness. It's the season. It's summertime. We're feeling good. Springtime, but it feels like summer. Anything after a long winter feels good. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of fresh mint in there. Whenever you're cutting herbs, you try to do as little bit of chopping as possible on the board because you want to season the board. You want to keep those oils, just do a little pass, bang, then it goes right in. And just toss. Beautiful ceviche, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is just simple. You want a variation of it, you want to put some tomatoes in here, go for it. You want to put a little red pepper in there, bang, have at it. Make it your own. Oh, honestly, you know what would be good? If I can do this quick. It's called segmenting the orange. What you want to do, you can see the pith running through each side. Take your knife, cut down along that. You can get this beautiful orange with none of that little membrane, none of that film on it. Just pure orange that goes into. I'm just adding this here on the fly. You don't have to do this. I just thought of it. I think it'll be nice. Why not add it? Why not keep going? All right, that's enough. We got a little fresh orange in there. A little bit of orange, a little bit of nice color. Mix that through. Now, that's it. That's how easy it is. That's all she wrote. Oh, almost got a camera down. Almost camera down. Camera's up. Camera's up. Come on. Don't lose it. Overcooked. We're losing the camera again. Guys, we're losing the camera. Guys, we're losing the camera. That's a good looking plate. What do you say we give this a try? Let's go for plantain. I love plantains. Here we go. That's the bite right there. You get that spiciness from the jalapeno that's been soaking in there. A little bite from the onion. That mint is coming through nice. That mint is going, oh, what's that freshness? What's dancing around? A little bit of mint. It's summer season. You get this going with a little mojito. Now we're talking. Now the party's going. Now we're humming. Now we're buzzing. Everyone's eating. Everyone's drinking. Everyone's having a good time. It's so easy to do. You'll impress your friends. It's just ceviche. It's good. The neighbors are sleeping. It's late. The children are asleep. Doesn't matter. They're gonna learn to like ceviche. I love science. I love food. I love the ceviche. Guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I will see you next time. I'm Chef Donny. Peace.